What's up, family? Hey, today we're going to do this video and we're going to title it Parenting Our Kids, no matter how old they get. Hashtag, we're not trying to control your lives. Come on now, knock it off.
Featuring Black Santa.
Yeah, now the reason I thought it was important to do this video is because I'm sure every parent out there, and we know this for certain, every parent out there is going through trials and tribulations with their children, no matter how they get. And when I say children, it don't mean like little kids, because it don't matter how old your kids get, 20, 30, 40. Remember, we could be talking about an elderly couple. These are still your children. But for the most part, I'm talking about teenagers, for the most part. Teenagers to about 25, I would say. They make the most ridiculous of mistakes.
I agree.
But when we try to address this to our children, they always think, oh, you trying to control my life. I'm tired of y'all trying to tell me everything to do all the time. Y'all don't let me do nothing. Come on. We're not trying to control your life. What we are trying to do is to prevent you from doing the inevitable of what we see going to happen. Yes. Remember, always throw a word out there for y'all, inevitable. It just means a sure thing to happen. Something to come that we see definitely going to happen. And that's what parents are doing. It's almost as if parents got ESPN where they can see the future like, oh, look at this fool. This fool about to do this. You know, let me stop this doggone fool. Look what they're doing. We know it. It's like parents notice, and all we're trying to do is prevent you from making mistakes that we all, at one time, even us parents, see, a lot of you teenagers and young adults need to understand. At one time, talk to your parents. They'll tell you, even us, when we were younger, we made the same silly mistakes that we're trying to stop. Yes.
It comes over and over. And I'm pretty sure that in the future, young heads are going to have your family and you're going to go through the same thing, just like what you guys went through.
Yeah. I mean, you got kids out here, you know, let's say 17, 18, 21, whatever, right? Parents trying to tell them the, you know, a better way to do stuff with their life or to get their careers going or whatever. And the first thing they think, I don't want to do what you said because I want to do what I want to do. I don't want to listen to you. And it's like the parents like, see, you know, all right, see, when you go, you know, I tell you what, go do what you want to do. Because when you do what you want to do, I don't want to hear you come back here and now I got to bail your butt out because you made all these stupid mistakes. And this is what happened. But when you come back, I'm going to throw it in your face and say, I told you so. You see, I'm trying to direct you, but you want to keep thinking I'm trying to control you. I'm not trying to control you. And more importantly, it's like one of our other videos, countering the conspiracy to destroy black boys. Somewhere in that video, I did mention it before as well, where I said, parents, you got to remember, our kids, when they were little kids, of course they need us then, but they need us even more when they become young adults. Oh, that's a fact. They need us even more. Why? Because when they're young adults, that's the stage where young adults, what? Think they know everything. You can't tell them nothing. And by having this attitude, like I said, young adults out there, at one point, that was us. At one point, every parent out there, have a talk with your parents. They'll tell you, I was young and dumb too. There was a time I was young and dumb. So, knowing that, you got to understand your parents are not trying to control your life. They're trying to stop you from making all these mistakes that they did themselves. And here you is about to do a lot of these silly mistakes. You was going to say something?
Oh, yeah. I was about to say an example of controlling our lives is when I first got my first job, and then you wanted me to keep putting money aside for savings because you kept saying you are going to need this money later. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. I'm like, but Daddy, I need to go shopping.
Yeah.
Like, you're spending all your money. Then it reverts back to when I was in high school and I had a teacher named Mr. Yasik. He would constantly say how when I was younger, I wish I would have put more money away.
Exactly.
And he would constantly remind us of all the savings that we need to have. And keep telling us. But you know, we're mostly focused on the new Jordans that's coming out.
Gotta do shopping.
All shopping.
Gotta get the new stuff.
But you know, when you get older, you realize like I should have saved more money.
And think about how you was able to do so much shopping. Because your parents make your life so comfortable that you're able to do so. All we want y'all to do is just take a little bit more responsibility. It's like times when I got in an argument with y'all, right? I said, isn't it crazy how young adults, y'all love, and y'all know what I'm talking about, parents out there. Young adults love to throw in their parents' face when they're about 21, whatever. They be like, I'm grown. I'm grown. Oh, you're grown. You're grown whenever you got your money and you want to do what you want to do. But anytime you got to be responsible, or now you want to fall back into infancy stage. Mommy, could you do it for me? Hey, Daddy, I need you to do this. No. Remember, you're grown.
I mean, I think that's kind of, it's like, as much as we probably don't want to admit it, we do need our parents for a lot of guidance because, like we said, we're very young, so we tend to do dumb things, but then we know what y'all gonna say. It's like we do it, but then it's like, yo, I messed up, so now I gotta hear my parents.
You damn right. And it's like, I told you so. I told you so.
Yeah, the thing is that when a kid reaches into a stage where they feel, I'm old enough now, because we let them, the society tells them, once you're 18, you're no longer a kid. You're a teenager. You're an adult. And they have that in their mind, stating that, oh, since I'm an adult now, I know exactly what I got to do.
Yeah, and they don't.
But if they don't, they still have that mentality like when they were 14, 13 years old. They don't know nothing.
Yeah. And and I like you mentioned the 18 thing. Because parents, please, this is something I'm asking of you. Please stop scaring your kids when they 16 and you saying, you know what, boy, when you get 18, you going to get the hell out of this house. Because I ain't going to be putting up with your junk no more. When you get 18, you getting out of here. Girl, I'm tired of your smart mouth. I am sick and tired. You know what? You only got 1.5 years to go. Because when you get 18, you getting out. Come on. We know you're angry.
But this is very hurtful.
But it's very hurtful when you say it. Because I'm telling you, I remember when that was said to me when I was 16. That was the most scariest thing I heard. They was like, when you get 18, you getting out, you getting the hell out of my house. You know how every day I was like, man, what I'm gonna do? 18, well, I'm gonna be living under the bridge. You know, that's how dramatic and show you how childish I'm thinking. They ain't really gonna kick me out. But it's scary to be saying these things to your kids. Remember, children, we just want to guide you to be better. Stop thinking every time your parents call upon you, you want to be, like, you could call your kid, right? Let's say if I call Jada, right? It'd be like, this is the type of response. If I was in her room, this is what I would see if, while I'm downstairs, and I'd be like, hey, Jada, this is what she'd be doing in her room. What? Oh, man. Like, oh, I'm getting on your nerves. Really?
You forgot the eye roll.
Yeah, all that. So I'm getting on your nerves. All that I do, but I'm getting on your nerves. You know what I think that is so amusing about that? Isn't it amazing how this is the same child when every parent knows, think about it. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to travel back in time, right in your mind, with one of your memories. Now remember, your memories are yours. They there. A lot of us say, oh, I don't remember that. Yes, you do. Just think. Matter of fact, that's one of the good videos we got. It's called Memory Restoration. Just go to my channel, type in Memory Restoration. I guarantee it'll help you with your memory. But now, I digress with that. Remember, isn't it amazing how, think about the same child that's giving you all this headache and don't want to do nothing, complaining about everything. This the same child, remember back in the days, travel back. Remember when they was about 2, 3 years old, how helpful they were? Oh. It don't matter what you was doing, mom and dad. I don't care what you was doing. If you was getting some juice, remember it was your little daughter, your little son, like, mommy, let me do it. I could pour the juice. Let me do it. I want to do it. Remember, and they would always do the silliest thing. They'd have like the big juice right here, and they'd lean down to get the cup, and they spilling all the juice. And it's like, you like, look, I got it. And they're like, no, I could do it. You know, or dad, you trying to put up some sheetrock. He got the hammer, he banging holes all in the wall. You like, what did you do?
They never once complained. And they even went and knew where the broom and the dustpan was at.
They was quick to sweep.
Just sweeping while mommy or daddy was doing something else.
A lot of times they was doing more damage than help. But they wanted to help. Isn't it amazing how this same child, now they become young adults, teenagers or whatever, now they complain to help with everything. And this is the type of attitude that make most parents go, you know what? I ain't had no kid. If I can do this all again, I'll just have a dog. I'll get a dog because at least the dog ain't gonna complain. My damn kids complain about everything.
You know what I just thought about? Remember the episode of Bernie Mac? He was like, Nessa, come on here and do baby girl hair for school. He was like, I'm not your damn slave.
Oh yeah.
What did you say that?
That was so funny. That was so funny. She was tired of him telling her, do this, do that. But you want everything. But you think your parent, every little thing, you complaining. Like, come on now. Come on.
Yeah, Bernie Mac doesn't get tired.
Oh, yeah, I love that show. Yeah, so y'all got anything else?
No. That's
Anything?
Basically,
All right, so we kept this one short and simple. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say also is that you gotta also cherish like people that help you, such as your parents, because when they're gone, you have to start understand like
Yeah.
now you really got your own, like you have nobody to come help with.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That want the good for you, because people help and lie at the same time. But
Yeah.
your parents that really are there for generous things for you, you know, you're going to get that once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
They want nothing but the best.
Yeah.
You teenagers out there, we love you. We want the best life for you, and direct you better.
Yes. So well said. So in closing, I'm sure we all agree. Stop, because we went through this with our children as well, and a lot of parents should go through this. Young adults, stop thinking your parents is trying to control your life. They're just trying to prevent you from making the inevitable mistakes that your parents already see ahead. So just know that they're there to guide you, not control your life. Come on now. Matter of fact, I'll give you one good one else in ending. Now, this for all you young adults out there to prove my point. Even, I'm glad I just said this. Ask your parents. Guarantee you. Ask your parents. Even more so, ask your grandparents. If you got them. If you're fortunate enough to have them. Ask your parents. I guarantee if every parent was to be totally honest with you and their parents, I guarantee you every parent will have to, in this day and time right now, they will have to go to their parents, meaning your mom and dad will have to tell your grandparents, Mom, did I give you a hard time when I was a kid? I guarantee your grandparents will tell your parents, hell yeah, you gave me a damn hard time. All the time you gave me a hard time. When your butt got about a teenager's age, you gave me a hard, boy, you know how much I wanted to just choke you, throw you out this house. You gave us a hard time all the time. So every parent out there will have to bow down to their parent, and they will have to admit to their kids, you know, it was one time I was a fool and I was constantly messing up. So that means, in essence, almost every parent out there will have to call their mom or dad right now, today, and say, Mom, Dad, I want to apologize for giving you such a hard time when I was a teenager. I guarantee if they do that, right now, you watch this video, call your mom and dad and say, Mom, Dad, I know I'm 40 years old now, 30, 25, whatever the case may be. You know, I just want to apologize when I was 16 and I gave you a real hard time and you had to come and get me out of trouble at school, at the jail, got in a fight around the corner, or I was stealing something, whatever the case. I guarantee if every adult called their mom and dad and apologized for all the heartaches they gave when they was young, I guarantee they'll make their parents be like, boy, you did give me a hard time. Well, what made you call me and tell me that after all these years, you just apologizing?
That's maturity. That's very mature.
Yeah. They will love it, though. Your parents will love that. Y'all have a lot to talk about. And in closing, I always say, talk more to your family. Talk consistently with your family. And bring up relevant points. And you need to build that bond more. And it will be more loving to do so. Y'all will have a lot to talk about once you start opening up with one another. It's a great thing to do.
Yes. You'd be surprised how kids, coming from their side of the view, how do they feel? And you get to know more about it and try to understand them. Because kids, they do certain things for their own reasons. But we as parents, we care. We just like to know part of why they do the things they do.
Just want to be a part of your life to make you better. All right? And on that note, peace. Love yourself, because we love ourselves. Peace.
Merry Christmas.